Hello again, this is Vedangi. I just finished riding my bike around the world and I wanted to tell you a little bit more about the bike that I used. So this is a Canyon Grail CF SLX8 Axis. I used this bike with a DT Swiss GRC 1100 die-cut wheels. So my DT Swiss wheels were fitted with Schwalbe G1 all-round tires in 40mm. I actually went through 4 Schwalbe G1 all-round 40mm. The other ones were G1 Speed in 35. Other things on this bike, so I had a SRAM Force drivetrain and I changed from the original one to a 40-tooth chainring so that with a loaded setup it would be easier. Some fun facts about the ride actually. I went through 10 sets of tires. I had only 5 punctures where I had to actually put a tube in or do something like that. Everything else was sorted out by just me putting tubeless plugs in or just things sealing themselves as I was going. So that was super handy. For the whole ride, I was still on the original bottom bracket, didn't need any changing, so that was fabulous. I went with a Brooks C17 saddle, which was a different one than what the bike came with. This is actually the same Brooks saddle that I used for my last round the world ride. Yeah, I've just been using it throughout the years. I actually briefly even used it for my mountain bike, which was not recommended, but it worked. Moving on to the front end. So I went with a Son hub in the front so that I had a dynamo setup. I was riding through pretty much all the sunrises and sunsets, which meant that there was a lot of night riding involved. So it was really handy to have that. And the Son was connected, the hub was connected, yes, to the light in the front, which is an exposure light, but also the sine wave revolution, which meant that when I wasn't using the lights, I could charge a battery bank. I used an ergon bar tape, SRAM Force brakes, and the Canyon aero bars that are very well fitted with the Grail actually. Also in the front we've got the tail fin bag, which was custom made. Can't quite see it properly, but also on my frame I had some decals put on. There's one here which is, it's just around the corner. So it's just around the corner. That's been my tagline for everything long distance that I've ever done. There's one that my friend suggested which says you never regret it. There's one that came from my dad which says, it's in Marathi, it says Mi shura hai, mi veera hai. The English translation is I am courageous. Then there's Mudzik made me do it. There was another one which was actually a tagline for this ride. It was the further I go, the stronger I get. I wanted that as a tagline because I wanted to tell myself that the more I ride my bike, the better I get. The longer I go on a bike, the more I know my bike better and the better I will ride. A little bit more about the chain. So I went through, I think, 4 chains. So yeah, they all got a very good. Actually, this is a 5th one, so technically 5 because I'm still using the same one. But yeah, that's it really. This was the bike that I used for 29,000 kilometers around the world, and I am super proud of it. You can also look at the other video that I've made with what I've packed for more information on that. Thanks a lot for tuning in. If you have any questions, please do let me know.